Oh, good evening. It's been a long weekend for us at Hawaii Electric Light Company. Um, this afternoon, lava did cross Highway 132. We have a power line that goes down to Kapoho, and unfortunately, the lava damaged that power line, and customers down at Kapoho are without power right now. At this time, we do not have plans to try and go and make repairs along Highway 132. The situation with the lava is too unpredictable. Um, we have generators on island, but we're not deploying just yet down in Kapoho. We want to make sure what the situation with the lava is before we deploy the generators. It'll take some site preparation to hook up the generators and get the particulars of the electrical system with a temporary generator set up. We want to make sure we pick the right location, not a location that the lava is going to inundate later. We have those designs and plans in the works in the generator on island. Some of you down in Kalapana, Nanavali Estates, and parts of Pahoa, and even parts of Leilani, you experienced a short power interruption yesterday. That was so that we could transfer service. You were being served by a substation along Highway 132, about a quarter of a mile down the road from the Y point. We transferred your source to another source in Ainaloa, so you're serving from a different source. Today we had to de-energize that Kapoho substation. The lava is too close, but you are being served from a different source in Ainaloa. So we got that work done yesterday. Today, the lava inundated our switching station on the PGV site. So there are no more electrical facilities on the PGV site. It's pretty much been run over by the lava. That was a little cruel. But we still have enough generation. We have enough generation from other generators. We're still maintaining all the other generation. Generation fleet is normal. We have adequate margins to continue to supply as we go through this. Thank you.
So also have folks from the Telecom Industry, and they'll also be here to answer your questions. Make sure you guys don't leave here. All the different partners are at their stations around the room. You see their signs. Make sure you guys don't leave here. As I say, don't leave here with any questions, because they're here specifically to take care of you guys. So get your questions answered. I'm not sure if Phoenix mentioned, but we've got the N95 masks giveaway in the back. Make sure you get them. Also, so for the Telcom, we've got Wally Wong from Hawaiian Tel, and Bob Kabusle from Verizon, and Steve. Let's see how Bob is from AT&T, and from Verizon is Steve Clark. So if any of those gentlemen need to come up and mention anything, now's your time. Otherwise, we'll move on. Okay, Wally Wong from Hawaiian Tel.
Aloha kako. Hey, so I'm with Hawaiian Telcom, as you know, and we're trying our best to keep communications open. Right now, our focus is on Highway 130 and Highway 132, because that's our fiber feeds, and from there we branch off to the different subdivisions. So as you know, 132 has been compromised right now. So we have a solution where we're going to try to use radios to connect services across the lava. And right now, we're just waiting for the flow front to kind of settle down to determine where we're going to connect at the top, and where we're going to find a section on the bottom that we can connect to. So that's what we're doing for Highway 132. So we can, our concern there is, and priority is to keep the cell service up, as well as taking care of the people down in Kapoho Beach. But mainly the cell service communications, they want to keep that up because everybody's using it, especially our first responders. So That's what we're working on right now. And if you guys have any questions, you can see me in the back. Thank you.
Hey, good evening. My name is Ron Whitmore. I'm with the Department of Research and Development with the County of Hawaii. We've been working closely with all the telecom providers. The reason Verizon, AT&T guys probably aren't here tonight because they're actively working in the field to restore service. In simple terms, their cell service is dependent on power, the Helco lines, as well as on the Hawaiian Tel lines. So when Lava crossed 132 today, both those went down. But there are multiple contingency plans in place that they're working very hard right now to put in place. It's partially a function of what Wally guys are doing with Hawaiian Tel, but there's also other microwave and satellite options they can use to restore signal, and generators on island they can use to restore power. So they're working very hard to restore your cell and internet service as quickly as possible.
So a key component of the Telecom is our messaging. So make sure, if you haven't already, sign up for Civil Defense Blackboard messaging. If you don't have a cell phone or you don't have connectivity, make sure you got a radio that you can listen to local stations that we push our messages out on. So I'll give the mayor one last shot at this before we close. Sorry, can't forget water, right? So for water supply, Keith Okamoto.
Work continues on our couple hole well. It's going fairly smoothly. We have a few more pieces of equipment to install. And so we're looking at maybe about 2 to 3 more days, and we'll have that putting water into the system. And that will get water to the vacation land, beach lots along the Makai areas. We still need people to conserve and use water wisely to make sure that this source can go as far for as long as it possibly can. And again, we'll be on the side if there's any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Please make use of the stations. I know I started on kind of a down, and who can not be down on such a hard time for you, but I was looking at my list. But before that, I want to introduce one man that I think many of you have known out on the field. He's the head of the Public Works roadway for the island. And I know he's been out there all the time. So how about a hand for Neil Azevedo? That's the man with the bald head. Thank you, Neil. And I'm looking at those names, and this is real. Talmadge Magno, as you guys know, I coached him football when he was 14. The president of Hawaiian Electric Light Company in high school, damn good quarterback. Fullback. General Hara, I coached him football at Waikea. Neil Azevedo, he was my captain from Waikea, but also I coached him in Pop Warner at 9 years old. My goodness, don't ask anybody how old I am. But in closing, for me, I really mean it. We will get through this. We can't, there is a man from FEMA that I will always remember because it is so true. I think you can see we made a rule from day one, and I promise you this was the rule. We will call every single source we can to help us go through this and minimize harm. They were all told 100% of every single decision will be made in consideration of you and never of politics. And we will keep that promise. Thank you very much for tonight.
Okay, just a reminder, our Recovery Information Center is open at the Poa Community Center, Monday through Friday, 9 to 3. Make sure you go hit them up for any of your needs. Also, just a reminder that folks getting to Leilani, you got to be in there by 10. Thank you.